I'm your host with the most, Logan 23. You're joining me for Cursed Prince, Chapter 23. Am I dead? No, I can't be. That hope not after you walked your ass all the way back to the castle. You open your eyes. You're in a big, soft bed in the castle. How you got there is the least of your worries at the moment. Right now, you're worried about the blood leaking from the bandage on your chest. Also, the incredible pain coming from the same spot. You aren't able to get off the bed on your own, and you don't know if screaming would be appropriate right now. But what the hell? Cyrus! Scream his name, hoping he's nearby and awake. All I can recall is making it to the castle and passing out from the pain in my chest. I barely remember if he came to get me or not. I assume he did, since I'm in my bed, but that's all a haze. Cyrus pops up suddenly. He was sleeping on the cold floor below your bed. Oh God, I'm sorry, Cy. I didn't see you there. You are awake. That is good to see. It's nearly sundown. Rubs his eyes. Cyrus? Why were you sleeping on the floor? Do you normally sleep on hard stone blocks, or...? I do, actually. The bed in my room is a bit too soft for my taste. Of course, being locked in a cold cell for 300 years does change your habits a tad as well. Truth be told, though, I just wanted to stay close to you. You returned to the castle so suddenly, bruised and broken. I owe it to you to keep you safe, and after all I've put you through. Yeah, so about that, I may have overdone it a bit. Another wave of sharp pain hits you, and you clutch at your chest. Henrietta, are you alright? I will be, but right now I think my stitches have popped. You pull back the covers and yank down the top of your shirt and watch his eyes as he takes in the gore splattered across your bandaged chest. It's a second too late when you realize that he can also see your bra and the swell of the tops of your breasts. Well, my eyes are up here. How does it look? So, Cyrus, what do you think? Cyrus snaps out of it and looks at your face again. What? What do I think? What do I think? Well, I think What do you mean? What do you think of the wound, I mean? Oh, yes, it looks great. I mean, it's coming along nicely. Right, so let us, get you to the bathroom then. He walks to the bed and helps you to your feet. As you take each step together, you feel your strength starting to return. Are you sure you aren't a practitioner of magic by any means? I would say your wound is healing unnaturally quickly. I definitely don't know any magic, but actually I had noticed that the bite you gave me healed really soon too. And back at the house I felt. You felt what? Magic? No, not that. I was gonna say something else, but I lost my train of thought. Sorry. I don't want to talk to him about Marjorie right now and what he did to her. Better off avoiding it until it comes up again. I'd rather focus on my memories of him helping me to the car. And the way he gently is walking me to the bathroom. You prop yourself up against the counter and use the last of your medical supplies. You peel the soiled bandage off your chest and clean the area. The water stings, but you think it's just because the nerves under the skin were messed up by the surgery. The numbness from the medicine they gave you at the hospital has worn off. But as you wipe away the blood, you realize that Cyrus is right. It's bad, but not nearly as horrible as it should be. You flinch as your finger comes into contact with your skin. As you reach for a new piece of gauze, you see it being held up for you. Thanks, Cy. Also, thank you for taking me from the doorstep last night. Running from the hospital, the place with the painkillers was stupid with me. Take some medical tape and tape the gauze in place around the incision. You have to make sure your shirt doesn't slip down too far, or Cyrus will get another eyeful. What do you mean? I did not take you to your room. Marjorie did. What? I'm so confused right now. You nearly choke on your own spit. What do you mean Marjorie did? You killed her, didn't you? Or wait, no. You're in on this somehow too, aren't you? I am not here to be toyed with, Cyrus. In fact, I'm leaving. You feel a crackling of energy running through your body. He allowed her back here after she shot me? Please listen to me, Henrietta. I thought you knew the truth. What truth? What? Okay. I need a moment. You pull your shirt back into place and storm back into the bedroom, your rage overpowering the pain. You need to listen to what I have to say. I'm sorry, I should have explained again. Now that you're awake, we spoke to you of all this when you arrived, but you were slipping in and out of consciousness. Henrietta, wait! You can hear him yelling after you, but you don't want to hear it. You begin packing your bags, throwing all of your stuff into them as fast as you can. How could I have allowed her to be around us after everything she did? If you will not talk back to me, then just listen. I went back to your house to see if I had actually killed Marjorie or not. Do you know what I found? A backbone. I actually want to go with this one. Let me guess, Marjorie. You found Marjorie totally safe and sound with a perfectly unsnapped neck. Yes, exactly. But there's more. I found answers. I know why she turned on us. I lashed out at first, just like you are doing now. But she approached me totally unarmed, crying and weak. She did not wish to fight. And since you, Henrietta, have been teaching me about mercy and restraint, I chose to hear her out, and now I know the truth. Okay, I'll bite. What's the real story? It was Marjorie's mother the whole time. Decibel was pulling the strings from the start. She's been watching Marjorie throughout your quest and intervening to make it more hellish at every opportunity. She tasked Marjorie to do such things in her stead. If Marjorie had not engaged us in battle and attempted to destroy us, it would have led her mother to realize that Marjorie is not in fact allied with her. If Decibel knew that Marjorie did not intend to seek revenge for the death of her brother and all of her crimes I committed, then she would have arrived sooner than planned. Marjorie was holding her off by pretending to do her bidding. As long as Marjorie stayed hostile and made it seem like she wanted us dead, then Decibel would stay away. Stop panicking and listening. How do you know that this is true? And what do you mean by sooner than planned, and how did her mother watch her? You have so many questions, and the pain in your chest is getting worse. It was a spell. Just come with me and she can show you. We do not have much time. Decibel is coming. Decibel, now? Why so soon? I thought Marjorie was holding her off, supposedly. Well, yes, but now Marjorie is very clearly on her side. Our side. Her mother has been made aware of this and is ready to strike. Well, that's just great. Cyrus holds out his hand for you to take. You check your pocket and find a knife, and you had slipped into it earlier. If Marjorie tries anything, I'm gonna need this. You only take Cyrus's hand because you're having trouble standing up as it is. It takes you out the castle entrance and into the cool night, slipping a chunk of the castle stone in his pocket as he goes. Marjorie sits pensively in the center of a circle of brightly lit candles, her face is stricken with guilt. Let's see how guilty she really is. Release Cyrus's hand and stand in the castle doorway. I'm not getting any closer to her. Before you jump on the kill Marjorie bandwagon, let me tell you that I'm sorry for everything. That person you met when you first moved here is the real me. The Marjorie you've seen in the last month or so is the one who has been controlled by my mother. She put a spell on me. It was when she left the country, not long after she cursed Cyrus. It acted as a sort of beacon to catch her attention when certain conditions were met. If I were to be in contact with the prince, she would know that it was time to return. Like Cyrus, I am tied to one place, but instead of a castle, I am limited to the boundaries of Cyrus's kingdom. Luckily, I was never one for travel in the first place, but it might be nice to visit somewhere that isn't in the pages of a book for once. She forces an awkward smile, but you don't reciprocate. Ah, right, sorry, love. Anyways, my mother wanted to be alerted at the moment of Cyrus's release. She's obsessed with her hatred of him. But with him locked in that dungeon cell, she had no way of knowing a single detail about Cyrus's life. Even with all of her vast amounts of magic, she could not sense whether or not he was even in that dreary dungeon. The king was actually an extremely clever man and a gifted scholar. He bested discipline this way. Do you know how? Is the cell special in some way? I'm not sure. All I remember is the king was locking Cyrus away. Could it be that the cell itself had some kind of anti-magic properties? Very good guess. The true answer is this. The king and the Black Knight worked together to hand-forge a cell door made of silver and iron. And do you recall what the book says about such a mixture of metals? It repels cursed beings. Holy crap. The king was a genius. Not only could Cyrus not get out, but Decibel could never get near him. Yes, the door completely blocks any type of malicious magic. It was a perfect solution. No witch has ever dabbled in dark magic can go near Cyrus's cell. Yes, it's very elegant, but the cell itself, been a bit more lavish. I am a prince, after all. Despite his grumbling, you can tell that Cyrus is proud and know that his father really did try to keep him safe. But my mother was clever as well. That is why I was cursed to be an alarm system that would alert her to when Cyrus would escape. The moment she knew he was free was when you told me he was real, and the book was not a fairy tale. In that moment, she contacted me and demanded my allegiance while she plotted her next move. Now she seeks to release him from the part of the spell that ties him to the castle. But that's a good thing, right? Then he won't have to carry the breaker everywhere, and he can go out in the daylight. No. She would poison his mind, giving him berserker-like rage, and then set him loose to terrorize and devour the villagers in town. She would not rest until she has once again pushed the prince to destroy all he cares about in this world. This almost sounds like it's falling into place too perfectly. I don't know what I believe all this. The day you told me about my brother, which I already knew about, by the way, I told myself I needed to push you and the prince away from me so my mother didn't intervene. I needed her to believe that I was doing her bidding, so she would not rush here right away. Well, that's dumb. Why would it matter if we had a week or even a month longer? She was bound to come anyways, right? I believe Marjorie was aware of our training and how our relationship was progressing. I think she wanted you and I to have more time to become a truly powerful team. Marjorie smiles weakly and nods her head. But it's too late. She's coming and going to unleash the prince on the town, and then the rest of the world. Okay. I have a question. Why don't we just go put him in a cell? Like, I could be wrong, but, excuse me, wouldn't that just prevent her from doing anything? I'm so confused by all of this. She can control him. Those last words get your attention. And you kept all this from us until this very last moment? You let Cyrus rot in a cell for 300 years without doing anything to stop all of this. And on top of that, you shot me in the heart. You missed by a few inches, thankfully, but still. And you feel the sizzle of warmth spreading slowly from your palms to your shoulders. Stay silent. Take a moment to gather your thoughts. This is all too much to process. But somehow my gut is telling me it's real. Please, Henrietta, try to believe me. I want him to. I want to help him to. I don't know what to think about you. Maybe you're who you say you are. Or maybe you're the witch who shot me point blank in the chest. Henrietta, let me finish. I'm not sure I have time to figure you out, but I do care what happens to Cyrus. Let's pretend I trust you for now, but know that I will not let my guard down around you again. And even if I think for just a moment you're trying something, I'm going to kill you. I understand. How much time do we have to break the curse and get him away from Disciple? Marjorie seems relieved now that you've cleared the air somewhat. The curse is complicated. I'm not sure if I really know how to break it. And as far as time? It's you. It's really you. Okay. You're out of it. Time, that is. The booming voice comes from above you and all around at the same time. She's here. It's my mother, Decibel the Witch. The three of you stumble backwards into the main hall of the castle as you rush to take cover. You dash over to where Cyrus is standing and put yourself in front of him. I may have a hole in my chest, but that won't stop me from protecting what I care about. Yeah, until one person uses a spell on you, and then you go flying into a wall, rip your stitches open, and bleed out all over the floor. Cyrus, be ready to fight. Right, I'll give it my all. The two of us will be forced to be reckoned with, Henrietta. Stopping mid-thought, you look behind yourself at Cyrus, who's waiting for the witch to make her appearance. Wow, did I really just do that? Am I really to die for a cute guy? I guess I've changed a lot since we met, too. Cyrus seems to bring out the best of me. The thought makes your head spin, or maybe it's just losing so much blood this morning. Before you can think about anything else, the room begins to shake and move. Before your eyes, a bright light blasts through the hall. Cyrus cringes from the light, and you cover your eyes with your hand. When the light dies down, you look at the figure in the middle of the room. There she stands, the witch that started it all. Decibel. Your voice rings through the room and echoes off the walls. Hello, witch. Welcome. Let's have a chat. It's an honor to meet you. I think we should talk about the whole Cyrus situation. We're all reasonable adults. Granted, most of you are several hundred years old, but still. Can I get you anything? Eye of Newt, toe of frog, maybe a Diet Pepsi? I love you so much. If we were in a situation like this, I would just start cracking up. Oh my god. Like, really? Oh, shit. Is this really the best time to meet? Or how about I open a can of whoop-ass on the nasty wrinkled corpse you call a body? The witch turns towards you, a smile plastered across her face. Her cold eyes stare into yours, and you feel the sting of the bullet wound fresh under your skin. She lets loose a maniacal cackle, and raw power rattles the very air around you. Okay, alright. I'm gonna beat the shit out of your ass. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Please feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. Head down the description below. There's links to our social media, links to our Discord, and links to support me and my content. It's greatly appreciated if you could do so. Otherwise, hit that like and share button. And until next time, stay well, stay awesome, and I hope y'all did enjoy. Peace.